So here we are looking at ATRN once again. I've done this one probably at least 10 times, but when I stopped and thought about it, I've never done the weekly chart. So being that it's Friday and the market just closed, what better time to do a weekly chart? So we'll just go over the overall chart. And if you consider yourself a day trader or something like that, this chart's not going to be of much use to you. Obviously, this is for the longer term players, but judging from the message boards and so forth, it does seem like there's quite a few people that would care about the longer term time frame like this. So what I want to do is just go over some supports, resistance levels, and that way everybody's got an idea of what's going on from the technical perspective on the weekly chart. Really, there's three areas of support that really caught my eye, and then we'll go into the resistance levels. The first level is at 27 cents, and the reason I picked that was if we look at the lower wick down here of this one's at 28, the lower wick of this one is at 27, and the lower wick of this one is at 26. So I figure, you know what, we'll just split the difference, find the midpoint, which is at 27. So 27 is going to be the first level of support that we want to keep our eyes on. Once again, this is the weekly chart, so this is more for the longer term players. If you're a day trader, this chart really doesn't have much use to you. I am going to leave this line scanning because while it is a support, if it does fail, by no means does that mean to go freak out or anything like that. So the first level is at 27 cents right here of support. The next level is definitely more important, and that is if we look at the high of this candle, you can see it's at 17.5 cents, and the high of this candle is at 0.1775, so 17 3/4. So basically the exact same. Amazing how this level, which was a resistance way back here weeks before, presented a resistance here before finally being broken. So the power of charts shows up once again. So right here, we're just going to call it 17.5 is going to be the next area of support, and although this isn't a must hold, this level definitely does have a little bit more importance, so we'll make that line a little thicker. And the final level is not a static level, it's dynamic, meaning it's going to move as time increases, but it's going to be this blue line here, which is the 10-week simple moving average. You can see that when the price did get above it here, came down, back tested it, and then it's been doing a good job of holding since. Right now that's valued at 7.5 cents. I know nobody would want to see it fall all the way down there, but let's think about it. If it did pull all the way back down here, found support before heading back up, this set of lows would still be higher than this set, which is higher than this set. So when we come to draw our uptrend line, we would still be able to draw an overall uptrend line. So yeah, that's the one kind of catch-22 when the stocks really take off like these ones. They produce pretty big distances between supports, but with the way the bids looked on level 2, I think that the 27 and the 17.5, that's going to be a real hard level for the bears to push down through. For the exciting stuff, the levels of resistance I'm looking at, and according to the chart, we're going to have one right here at 38, which that's just based on this previous high. And then we're going to have another one up here at a high of 42. But for simplicity's sake, what I'm going to do is just call this a resistance zone. So actually first let me make these red. So from 38 up to 42, 4 cents, we'll just consider this all kind of a little resistance area here. And then after that, you can see the next level of resistance is not until the top of this candle up here, which is at 72 cents. So this would basically be a blue sky breakout, a mini blue sky breakout if it can get through this resistance zone up here. So that's where the chart currently stands from the weekly perspective, these three areas of support. We have our resistance zone up here, and then with a break of the resistance zone, I think it's more than safe to classify it as a mini blue sky breakout, as the next resistance isn't until up over 70 cents. Finally, checking out volume. Great to see volume grow even more than what it was the previous week. That's always a bullish sign too. So if there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook. With your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from big boards on to penny stocks. So there's a good variety, something for everybody. It is all free. We've been making some good money together, so I'd encourage you to go to this site and sign up. One more time, this was the weekly chart for ATRN. Thanks for listening and enjoy your weekends.